Hey babes, welcome back to another video. So today's video is going to be a story time in a way. I'm going to be talking about my experience with my husband joining the military from start to beginning. It's obviously going to be sped up because I feel like the process took long. It's already been like a year since he's been in and I barely moved in with him. So let's get into the video. Okay, so it started off his senior year, my junior year. I remember the conversation was brought up that he wanted to join the military. And, you know, I didn't really think much of it until end of his senior year was coming up and it was getting really serious. So he started signing papers and all this stuff, and finally it was his ship out date. So I went to go drop him off to where he had to go or whatever to go to his training. Well, saying bye felt so unreal. Like, it felt so unreal. I was just like, wow, like I'm not gonna see you for months. I'm not gonna be able to talk to you for months. Because while you're in boot camp, they can't have their phone. The only thing you can do is write letters, and they only get to make calls occasionally. And that's for a short amount of time. So when he started boot camp, I was working at the time and also going to school. It was my senior year once he had left and was already in the Air Force. During that time, it felt like the longest period of time that I've ever been through. It was kind of like a waiting game in a way, because I remember just going to my mailbox every single day and checking the mail, like hoping and praying I got a letter from him, just so I can like hear him in a way, like read his words, and I could just like imagine it. So it was to the point where like I missed him so much, like that, like, you know, they don't have their phone on them, like you don't get to talk to them every single day. So it was like I'd go to school, work, write him letters every single day. And I remember when he did get to call me, like I think he's only called me 3 times the whole time he was in boot camp. But I remember each time he did call me, I just started crying, because just hearing his voice, like I hadn't heard it in so long. And it's just crazy when you come from hanging out with someone every single day and being with them every single day to not being able to talk to them and only writing them letters is so hard. And I definitely do not think a lot of couples can do that. It's so challenging. It's probably the most difficult thing a relationship could face. But if you are really invested in that person and you love that person and you know that you want to be with that person over anything, then it will be worth it in the end. But yeah, anyways, back to boot camp. So he's there for 2 months or whatever. I'm on my own grind, and I think that's what made the time go faster, is that I got a job, I was going to school full time, and if I wasn't busy, then I would call my friends. I would constantly keep myself busy, because if I just stayed at home and didn't do anything, it really got to me about like how much I missed him and like what we were actually going through. It did not seem real at the time. Like I thought I could just call his phone and be like, hey, like let's go hang out, like come pick me up. But it wasn't that. That wasn't the case anymore. So so boot camp goes by very slow, it seems like, you know, because writing letters is literally, I mean, it is what it is. I'll take what I can get, but it sucked. To be 100% real, it sucked. So I remember he graduated boot camp, and I went with his family to go see him at his graduation. And I just remember like the ceremony being so long, and I was like, seriously, like I just want to see my man already. Like I was gonna run out on that area that they were like doing a little ceremony on, and I just wanted to go find him already. But that literally felt so long. And then finally they dismiss everybody and they say, go find your airman. And I swear I took off, and I went to go find him, and I was the first one that found him. I gave him the hugest hug, and it was so unreal that I was actually seeing him face to face again. It was like, it was crazy because I hadn't seen that in so long. So I got to spend 4 days with him because that's how long we stood there. And throughout those days, we got to hang out with him, you know, go back to the hotel, barbecue, go swimming, things like that. And then he had to be back at base at a certain time because he was still in training. So after he graduated from that, he went straight to, what is it called? Tech school, which is basically where they go to learn more about their job because they need to know about their job. Obviously, boot camp does not teach them that. So after boot camp, they go to whatever job training they need to go to learn more about their job. So during tech school time, he had his phone on him. He's able to have his phone. But during school and learning, they could not carry their phone on them. But it was better in a way than boot camp because we got to talk every night on the phone and text, other than when he was at school. But yeah, I feel like tech school went way faster than boot camp just because we were able to talk. So that was getting me through the days. So after tech school, he was sent to his first base that we're at now. And he was living on in the dorms at the time, and I was still working. I was still going to school, trying to finish up my senior year. And then I graduated, and it's little things like missing holidays, missing special occasions. Like, I was really hurt that he couldn't be there for my graduation, and I think that's like what sucked the most because I know he really wanted to be there for me. But you know, it's those types of sacrifices that I'm so like grateful to have him because I know he wanted to be there. Yeah, it's things like that that you kind of have to get used to in when having a spouse in the military, like missing special occasions, missing holidays, things like that. I know he's gonna be working on Christmas this year, and I live alone, you guys, so hopefully my family comes and visits me. Otherwise, I'm gonna be stuck at home by myself and my dog. Yeah, it is different having a relationship and your spouse is in the military rather than having a relationship and you guys are just working 9 to 5, I guess. So you guys have a more open schedule that you guys could get to hang out. I feel like the military challenges you. It does. Especially being in a relationship, like you can get called anytime, and it's all about the way someone reacts. Like, I am totally understanding if we had plans and my husband gets called into work, like there's nothing you can do. It's the military, like you literally have to show up. But like, I can understand if your husband's not in the military or your boyfriend's not in the military and he just got called into like Tilly's or whatever, and you're like, well, we had a plan, so like you have to tell them no. Like, you can't tell the military no. You have to just get up and go. And so yeah, there's a lot of pros and cons to that, but I would say a big pro is obviously we got a house. The military helped us with that, and I'm so blessed to have it. I just wish my family was closer or I had more friends here because I don't go outside the house. I just got a job, so I'm talking to a few of my coworkers. They're pretty cool. But like I said, for the most part, I just stay in my house or go to the gym, and that's pretty much it. I don't know anybody outside of my house because I live in Missouri. I've never even been here. So that's another thing. A pro and a con would be travel. It could be good, it could be bad. It's good because we have a house here, but it's kind of bad because there's nothing to do here. So yeah, and I wanted to make this video for anybody that has a spouse going into the military, just so you know what you're getting yourself into. All I have to say is you need to really stay motivated, stay strong, stay busy, especially because I feel like if you're just laying around at the house, you're gonna be really in your feelings. So just stay busy, better yourself. Things like that will help you out in the long run and will help the time go faster. I hope you guys found this video helpful. I just wanted to share that little story time with you guys because that's what I went through, and I feel like it could be similar if you do have a spouse going into the military. I know I was very curious about how it was going to be when he first joined, and I don't think I could find anything on YouTube to relate to because I don't know, I just couldn't. But please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Comment down below if you think this was helpful. Thank you for watching.